Support for the show can be you. Go to patreon.lux.b and sign up there to get access to ad-free shows and a lot of other behind-the-scenes goodies. Lux Media just relaunched the merch shop, and there's a lot of new stuff going up all the time. Shop.lvx.be and get yourself hooked up. Patreon subscribers, that's patreon.lvx.be, get 20% off codes every single month. So it's ad-free and it's discounts. I don't know what else more you want.
The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side. And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
All right. You ready to rock?
Yes, sir.
Loose and limber. All right. Boxing B-sides, baby. Back up in your ears. I'm joined by the one and only. Was it Alex was the one and only?
Alex, yep.
That's
yes,
right.
sir.
So it's just going to be me and him. Shinada was out. Frost is out. It's all good. We'll make it work. On the 8th, UFC 312. Not a whole lot to say here because I need to.
Duplessis.
I need to look. See if
Duplessis
Duplessis
versus Strickland
keeps his title. He beat Strickland just absolutely convincingly. Wasn't even a question. I think the fight of the night was Zhang Weili beating Tatiana Suarez. Also domination, but I think that they were. I don't know. Strickland's like more of a striker type, and Duplessis beat him at his own game, and Suarez was trying to grapple, but just did not have anything for her.
It's always a fun fighter to watch, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Weili's amazing.
She's one of the greatest for the women.
Yeah.
In UFC.
She actually made me raise the question of, is it possible, how would it work to have women, to have a gender neutral pound for pound list?
You know, I've thought about that before. Honestly, like there's let me tell you, even with boxing too, there's a lot of women that I think could beat a lot of the men in boxing. It's very valid.
I was thinking, instead of calling it pound for pound, calling it like skill for skill.
Skill for skill, maybe, yeah, something like that.
Because like Weili, skill for skill can beat the shit out of a lot of guys. A lot of the male UFC roster. Clarissa Shields probably could also beat the shit out of a lot of the male boxers. And I don't
maybe Rolly Romero.
I don't mean pulling up like Inoue up to 175 or something like that.
Oh hell no. Someone like, let's say like Rolly, or maybe freaking
Jake Paul.
Yeah, honestly,
skill for skill, she beats him.
Well, I'm not saying she wouldn't lose to him, but I'm saying like if she got paid.
Oh yeah.
She would take the dive. But
you get the note right before you walk out.
Yeah.
You're either gonna lose or you're gonna die.
That's the only time Jake Paul could ever be undisputed.
Undisputed women's champion.
Oh yeah.
But moving on to one coming up. This one's on the 20th. It's going to be pretty early in the morning. 06 on the West Coast. One FC is having their 171 event in Qatar. There's a lot of stuff on here. The only one really worth pointing out for non-MMA fans, like people bitch like I don't like the grappling. Jonathan Haggerty, fantastic kickboxer and Muay Thai fighter. He's fighting Wei Rui, the #1 challenger. Kickboxing and Muay Thai. If you don't like grappling, I don't know why you're not watching these. I really don't.
They're lost. People are just lost, man.
Yeah. And another one, fight night on the 22nd. This one's Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Edson Barbosa's on it. He's really exciting to watch. Brendan Allen should be fun.
Yeah, he's always fun.
Yeah.
Never a bad fight.
But that's it. That's it for that stuff.
Let's get to boxing now.
Yeah. Some new fights that have been, that I picked up anyway. I saw them on the Queensberry site. On the 15th of March, Nick Ball fights TJ Doheny. WBA featherweight title is going to be on the line. First, initial thoughts. Nick Ball versus Doheny.
First of all, when was the last time Nick Ball fought?
Oh, yes.
It feels pretty recent, right?
I think so.
Did he fight like last month, or am I tripping?
Nick the Wrecking Ball. He fought in October.
Okay, October. Okay, yeah, no, it has been a little bit. No, that's surprising. It feels like yesterday he just fought.
It wasn't really challenging it though. It wasn't that difficult of a fight.
It was a pretty. Yeah, I remember watching that fight. It was all right. No, but Nick Ball versus TJ Doheny. That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
I think that could be well, not fight of the year. That's
a bit much.
That's too bold. That's way too bold. I would say a war versus TJ Doheny. Because Doheny's he will put up a fight if he wanted to.
He's scrappy. He can be scrappy, but
he can't be scrappy if you want. And because when you have another fighter that's scrappy, TJ Doheny is going to be scrappy as well.
It's like
he likes to match the.
Inoue made him kind of cower, though. That's what I think everyone's going to be thinking going into it.
Well, Inoue though. That's my thing.
Right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Like if you take Inoue out of the picture, 122 is extremely competitive, but because he's at the top of it,
people are going to cower.
Right. That's all you can really do. Hope that you survive it.
Hope he can survive to the 12th.
We'll see if he can do that with Nick Ball.
Well, Nick Ball's ferocious, man. Yeah. I tell you, he's great. He's great to watch. I first watched him when he fought Raymond Ford, and I was surprised that he did that well, especially as a British fighter. I mean,
yeah, I know.
I hate to give shit on British fighters, man, but
I don't
a lot of them
shitting on
they're not
any time of the day.
I'll tell you this: they're no Isaac Cruz. They're no Juan Manuel Marquez, you know.
Yeah.
But Nick Ball, I would consider him an honorary Mexican fighter. I'll tell you that.
He does have that style.
Kid can fight. That kid can fight.
For sure.
Okay, he's fun. He's fun to watch.
I'm just hoping that Doheny puts up a good fight. I expect he's probably going to lose, but hopefully he puts up a good fight, and so people can. It's like Fulton winning against Figueroa. If you're looking for reasons to shit on Naoya Inoue, you're running out.
You got to pull stuff out the barrel.
Yeah, you're gonna scrape the bottom of it.
Exactly, and it's gonna at the end of the day it's still gonna be bullshit. Because I mean, not to glaze Inoue, but he is amazing.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Another one, April 5th, Dillian White versus Joe Joyce.
That one, I'm surprised Dillian White's still in the game.
Speaking of bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of, exactly, man. I mean, Dillian White and Joe Joyce, guys. I mean, we haven't heard of in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. Dillian White's been on his rehab plan, fighting in really obscure places against obscure opponents, and still leaving a lot to be desired.
I mean, what is this? This is when was the last time Joe Joyce even fought?
It's when he got beat by Jang, I think.
That was a long time ago.
It was.
What, a year and a half ago, I think, right? It was before February.
He lost to Derek Chisora. That's right.
Oh.
The two Zhang losses, then he fights Cash Ali, gets us like a really mid performance to get a stoppage. Then he loses to Derek Chisora. I remember that. That was
crazy. That's crazy.
He has something scheduled for March 1st, and then this fight on the 5th of April.
That's what?
You're looking past your opponent. I really hope you're getting stopped. I hope you lose.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We will see what happens. I mean, the British people watch it for sure. That's I might tune in a little bit, but
I do like cutting in the Juggernaut song.
Big juggernaut.
It's always fun.
For sure.
That's all. That's it, I think, for the news. Felix Sturm is still fighting. What
Who?
Exactly.
I'm like, Felix, that's my cousin.
All right, into some recaps here. First things first, on Sunday, February 2nd, we didn't mention it previously. The timing just kind of worked out weird. But here we are. Salida Promotions in Flint, Michigan. Clarissa Shields beats the ever-loving fuck out of Danielle Perkins to I think, retain her undisputed crown at heavyweight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she retained it. Yeah, she didn't earn it. I think her last fight, she won, became undisputed.
Yeah,
I believe so.
That Canadian lady, that's right. I remember that because the WBO and the other titles, WBO considers, they call it light heavyweight. Everyone else calls it heavyweight for the women.
Yeah,
I remember that mismatch was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie.
But there's Clarissa Shields, skill for skill, beats a considerable portion of the men's ranks.
Well,
yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're the spiciest takes.
On boxing B side, you will have the B side takes, which makes us the greatest boxing podcast in the world.
Another on the 6th of February. This was a Thursday. Eye of the Tiger up in Montreal. The only one that I really cared about was Jalalov, and he got sick or some shit a few days before the fight, and so
he had to pull out.
Yeah, it was just the main event. Byarslanov stops Mimoun.
Yeah, I don't know these guys.
I don't either. I was seriously, after the Jalalov fight, which was down the bill, I was gonna turn it off.
Well, you didn't even turn it on in the first place, huh?
Yep.
Because I didn't.
Not anymore. Quickly, before we get to the Queensberry card, on the 8th, Pro Box in San Antonio. Of all of these, there's a lot of shit on here, as Pro Box cards tend to have, but the only ones I really watched were the top 3. Michael Angeletti stops Judy Flores. That's a dude from the Philippines.
Named Judy.
Yeah, a guy named Judy. Whatever works for you, buddy. So that was KO3. Moving up, Shavkat Rakhimov gets stopped in 8. Nobody picked him to lose in our pick league. Everyone thought he was going to win. I did too.
Really?
Yeah, he got beat pillar to post. All 8 rounds, he was just getting his ass kicked the whole time.
Dang.
I
can imagine.
Go on.
I said I can. I'm saying I can imagine. That's crazy.
The Mighty Have Fallen used to be a IBF 130 champion, and just got his ass kicked. Nasty knockout. Like, he did not look good. They had to basically carry him to a stretcher.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't catch that one, man. Like, I didn't see that.
I recommend going back to check them. The fights were really good. The ones that I'm mentioning anyway were really good.
Okay. Sure.
And Ramon Cardenas, UD over Brian Acosta. Acosta came into this 20-0, and he started off a little slow. Ramon came out quicker. Nonetheless, it felt there was a knockdown in the last round. I believe it was the 10th. And the scores ended up being 95-94, 95-94. So that would have been a 6-4 without the knockdown. And then the other one was 8-2. So it was 97-92. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
That is pretty crazy.
They did Acosta dirty there with that one anyway.
Yeah, they always have that one.
Yeah,
always
Texas
have that one
judges are always like that.
Oh, yeah.
And, all right, moving to Manchester, the Co-op Live Arena. A bunch of shit on here, too. Not a whole lot that I'm going to be pointing out. Walter Fury of the Fighting Fury clan gets the points decision. Are you familiar with points?
Explain it to me. Because I feel like I am, but I want to.
So a points decision in the UK is they don't have judges; they just have the referee score it.
Oh,
so it's just one card.
That's awesome. That's great.
It streamlines it a bit.
Yeah, that's great.
And they usually do it for like these lower level guys. Like Joe Hardy, the opponent is 3-27.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what he's doing there. So
yeah.
Moving up, what else did I see that was fun? At least that I remember anyway. Zach Miller versus Masood Abdullah. Majority decision. That was a hard fight.
Hard fought fight, yeah.
Yeah. And Derek Chisora, UD over Otto Wallin.
I caught this one. That was I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I honestly, Derek Chisora still being around and fighting, I respect that a lot. Because that fool lives to see another day. He could probably get wild after this. He could probably get wilder.
He could probably beat Wilder right now.
And that's I don't know. We gotta see.
Well, Deontay Wilder's fight is off, so
hey, he might actually be fighting Chisora. You never know.
Could be.
In Riyadh too. He could probably fight in Riyadh.
Oh,
maybe
Jesus.
Derek Chisora can get one last big check from the Saudis.
Yeah, and Wilder too can take that one and fuck off. If you're not gonna be the bronze bomber, dude, then stop fighting.
I know, huh? Just he's right now he's kind of on AWOL.
Yeah.
He's kind of AWOL right now, but he'll come back for the money. He'll come back.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he will.
But Derek Chisora keeps coming back after how many times he lost? I mean, God.
13. He was coming into 13 losses.
That man does not know when to quit. Nope. He's British Black Rocky. Black British Rocky.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Ham and egger. Well, Five Guys burgers instead.
I'll be honest. I don't care too much for Chisora as a fighter, but as a man, I take it back. I don't care for him too much as a boxer, but as a fighter, love him.
Yeah,
I respect him a lot for that.
It was weird that a lot of people got all fucking miffed when I tagged. So there's two tags that are like reserved for bigger fights. At everyone is for Tank Davis, Anthony Joshua,
for the one that you need to watch,
the Canelo, that stuff. Then there's the D-Gens is for just everything. I'm gonna tag you often for everything.
Pro Box.
Yeah, Pro Box TV.
Xanfer, EOT.
Exactly. Then there's at here, which only pings people who are actively in the server at the time that I send it, and they're actively online. So it's a considerably smaller number, but everyone's like, "Oh, dude, you're using a big tag for Chisora." Like, shut up! You know you like Del Boy.
It's Chisora. It's the Del Boy. Yeah, it's the Del Boy.
Shut up, dude. Just enjoy it, or go or leave.
Enjoy while it lasts.
Yep, because he only got one more, probably.
Hey, no, we said that last time, and we said that the time before.
So he's calling it the Last Dance. He did this thing at the end that was fun. He brought out 3 like posters and had it. It's like he wanted the crowd to pick who he fights next. It was AJ, Dubois, and Usyk. And I don't know which one. I would say AJ. If it was my pick, I would say AJ.
No, I disagree.
Who do you think he should fight next then?
I want to see him fight Dubois. That would be fun to see again.
I think Chisora gets beat by Dubois.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Okay, of course Dubois is gonna win. It's Daniel Dubois versus Derek Chisora, but Derek Chisora has the luck of the gods on his hands sometimes.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean I can see an upset happening just for the fucking shits and giggles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I can kind of imagine that happening.
Yeah, Ares, the god of war, is like, let's fuck shit up for a little bit.
Let's bring chaos to the world.
Yeah,
boxing.
Dubois like breaks his hand or something in the middle of round 3.
That would be something, huh? If Derek Chisora
beat Daniel Dubois.
Beat Daniel Dubois.
That would be wild.
I would cry, honestly.
I would be gutted for Dubois because like he's on this high ride right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Confidence is at an all-time high. He's really feeling himself, and
we'll get more into that in a bit, huh?
Yeah, we
will.
A bit. Yeah, that's right. So actually,
you're getting me excited, man. You're getting me excited because I want to talk about the Dubois right now.
All right, let's get into that. 1 second here. Add clap. Support for this episode is from Carnivore Snacks. One snack that I think most people can agree on is jerky. When I was in Afghanistan, it was my go-to whenever I needed something that had a bit of heft, but I didn't really have time to sit down and eat a meal. So, jerky brands, they come and go, and while the big players are still out there, let me put you on game about Carnivore Snacks. 2 ingredients: meat, salt. This is the jerky for people who appreciate the power of raw simplicity. This isn't your gas station grab-and-go bullshit. This here is savory beef, seasoned by the one essential mineral that sharpens the flavor and preserves the meat. No frills or fancy marinades, just unadulterated flavor. My first order was the ribeye. It's my favorite cut of steak. And goodness fucking gracious, the marbling on the jerky was immaculate. Carnivore Snacks did it up right. So ditch the candy-coated schoolboy fuckery and embrace the primal satisfaction and purity of beef and salt. Get 15% off every order from Carnivore Snacks. Help us out a little bit in the process by going to csnacks.lux.be. That's csnax.lvx.be. Get 15% off every order today. Support for this episode is from Malwarebytes. Protecting yourself online is an absolute must, and it takes a lot more than just an antivirus to keep yourself safe in an ever-evolving world of attack sophistication. I've been working in IT for almost 20 years, and I've been trusting my personal network security to Malwarebytes for most of it. The browser add-on is another nice feature that keeps your system healthy if, let's just say, you want to watch sports on less than reputable websites. Combine that with real-time 24/7 intrusion detection, and you're already cooking. I have the standard subscription package, which includes 24/7 malware protection, ad blocking, and protection from ransomware and phishing attacks. I use this on all of the computers that are in my network and even my phone. If you want to step it up to the Plus package, you'll also get the VPN in addition to everything else, which is, useful for watching random sports in Japan or Eastern Europe, if you are so inclined to do that. Start your 14-day free trial today and see the range of options Malwarebytes has to offer. And when, not if, you're impressed and ready to get the subscription, go to mwb.lux.be, get 50% off your subscription. mwb.lvx.be. Right there. If you don't like ads, you should probably check us out on Patreon. Then you don't have to hear them anymore. Let's knock some other shit out of the way. ProBox on the 19th. This is Wednesday. I saw in their last broadcast, they said, this is the last Wednesday night fights of the year.
Of the year?
Yeah, they're going to Saturdays now.
That's good.
From here out, they're doing Saturdays. So yeah,
I'd rather than do Saturdays.
I kind of like the shtick, the gimmick of it being on a Wednesday. It was fun. Like, it's the middle of the week. Was not a whole lot going on. At least
something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. Just the boys get together in the server and we just watch some fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I do like that.
Yeah,
but I've always watched boxing on Saturdays. I've done that my whole life. I'm just used to that,
Yeah, that's like those are the big lights. If you're
Mm-hmm.
fighting on Saturday, you probably made it. All these other Joker promotions need to stop. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna watch you over Canelo.
Well, exactly, yeah.
And one of them's a local one, and I like watching their stuff. I like watching my local guys fight, but it's like, dude, I'm not skipping whatever's on Saturday. I'm not skipping Tank Roach for you.
Well, not playing.
That card is fucking stacked.
At least I won't know what happens on Pro Box.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next week.
Yes, that's when we'll be chatting over the upcoming Tank vs. Roach. Pro Box it's called the Chicken Ranch Casino Resort.
The Chicken Ranch. That sounds like a taco. That sounds like a Taco Bell.
Jamestown, California.
Interesting. Jamestown.
Yeah.
Where's that at? It's like not old school. What's the word? Like old western town?
Yeah, old West.
Yeah, like the old west. Yeah, that's crazy. That's beautiful, actually. That's nice. Jamestown Casino, though. I didn't even know they had a casino.
The Chicken Ranch Casino is on People of the Mountains Road.
Interesting. I'm one of Robert's fighters. Gonna be on there.
Actually, that's exactly who this card is for. It's being promoted by Robert Garcia.
Oh, this is the Robert Garcia card.
Yeah, this is
I've been hearing about.
Garcia. Yep, this is his. So a lot of them are going to be his. The Boxing Academy guys. The only one that I don't know if either of them are signed with him or managed by him is the main event. Mm-hmm. Gabriel Flores, the guy from Sacktown. That's not very good.
I love Sacktown.
Jose Arellano. Yeah, my favorite band's from Sacktown. But there you go. That's the pro box at the Chicken Ranch Casino. They're calling it like Coming Home to Roost. That's the name of the event.
Hey, well, that's something, right?
Lean into the chicken. Lean into it.
The Chicken Bacon Ranch Casino. There you go. I'm getting kicked out of this podcast.
No, that's exactly the type of shit that I like.
I'm playing.
Saturday, February 22nd. First things first, just to get it out of the way, Zanfer. There's a lot of shit on here. I'm going to be honest, I don't know who a lot of these guys are. But headlining, Luis Neri versus Kyonosuke Kameda. So one of the fighting Kameda clan. I don't think he's one of the brothers. I think he's like a relative, like a cousin, I think he is. But yeah, I don't know. Luis Neri, he like punched him at a face-off.
I saw that.
Man, like you just are determined to make sure Japan fucking hates you.
Well, if they don't hate him right now, they hate him even more.
Yeah, I'm sure they do still, even though Inoue beat him up. They're still upset about the Shinsuke Yamanaka stuff back. God damn, that was like 10 years ago.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I'm honestly not. I'm expecting Luis Neri to win. He's probably that slap was probably like roid rage. Luis Neri's not exactly known for being a clean fighter. He
hasn't been a clean fighter ever. He's always been on some fuck shit.
But Saturday, February 22nd, the reason that in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the Kingdom Arena. Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitrii Bivol rematch, undisputed light heavyweight crown on the line. We will be starting from the bottom up as usual. Bradley Rea versus Constantino Nanga. That's a 10-round light heavyweight fight. Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. 12 rounds for the interim WBO light heavyweight title. So that's one of the mandatory slots for the winner of the main. Jile Zhang versus Ajit Kabayel, 12 rounds, interim WBC heavyweight title. Moving up, Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov, interim WBC 154-pound title on the line. So they'll be mandatory to Fundora. Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz, WBC middleweight title on the line. Co-main event, Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker, IBF heavyweight title. And the main event, Artur Beterbiev, Dmitrii Bivol. So, you wanted to start at Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. Let it rip.
Well, I honestly think Buatsi's going to win. I mean, I think a lot of people have that same opinion. And honestly, I think he's probably going to win my knockout against Callum Smith. How do you feel about that?
I agree. It's going to be a stoppage in the mid-lates, so the third quarter of the rounds.
Yeah.
Shanada also thinks that Buatsi's probably going to win. But if you want to hear that conversation, you have to go to Patreon. She's too good for the plebeians.
I believe this is going to be a passing of the torch for the British light heavyweights.
A retirement for Callum?
Yeah. I honestly think I don't see Callum fighting after this. If he loses, I don't see him fighting again.
He's not very. He used to get by on being like a bit of a weight bully, and now he can't anymore. Now that he's getting older, so he can't cut down as much. And you can't bully guys that are the same size as you, really, if you don't have power to back it up.
Yeah, he's at least he made money with Canelo. Say that.
Yeah, at least he has that going for him.
He fought Beterbiev. I'll tell you, he's got to say whatever you want about Callum Smith. He's fought a good amount of greats.
Yeah, he's fought good fighters for sure.
He's fought some good fighters, and I gotta respect that.
He's had a good run,
Mm-hmm.
very good run in the British context.
Yeah,
Remember what they're about.
in the British context, yeah.
But he's all right. But yeah, this is it. Buatsi, he's the guy taking the crown here.
Mm-hmm. He's young too, huh?
He's 31. Smith is 34.
Oh, I thought Buatsi was 25. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong one. Never mind.
He's been around for a minute.
He has been around for a minute. Oh, I was looking at the wrong stat. That's my bad.
Anything more for Buatsi?
No, I'm all good with that.
Anything for Jean Caballel? I have Caballel winning this one on youth.
Oh, okay.
Youth and skill. Zhang
You want-
super powerful. Yes, nobody's doubting that.
We're gonna go against each other on this one, buddy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what we're here for. And I think he's got the skills to not let Zhang connect with anything too damaging.
Mm-hmm.
Zhang is not very mobile. He's not very limber. We saw that against Joseph Parker. So I think Ajit Caballel can replicate the same success that Parker did.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think Zhili Zhang is going to win the fight. I honestly think he is. And I think he's mainly going to win mainly because of the power. I mean, I'll be honest. Caballel, his chin, has it really been tested?
Not that I can recall.
He's fought a lot. I mean, yeah, you could say he's a good boxer. He's a good boxer. He's pretty mobile. He's got some power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But has he really received power in a fight? Is my point. You know what I mean? And typically, what I've seen with Zhili Zhang, the example being Joseph Parker. Okay, he, in my opinion, if he pressed the action after the knockdown, and I think he could have won the fight. He could have knocked him out, Joseph Parker. He was on some wobbly legs.
He was
on some wobbly legs, but Zhili Zhang, he didn't press the action after that. So that's the only thing that's the only way I could see Zhili Zhang losing is because of that. If he lets his foot off the gas, but I didn't see him do that really with Wilder. I feel like he improved a little bit on that.
Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could also see Caballel winning because again, I'm not trying to take aside too much because it is a 50-50 fight, honestly. You know what I mean? But I got my boy Big Bang Jang win the fight.
The only concern I have is his age, and
yeah,
is he going to show his age? Because Wilder, being able to stalk down Wilder, not quite as impressive of a feat as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true. That's true.
The power threat's always there though with Jang. He's Big Bang. That they don't call him that for no reason.
For no reason, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, remember George Foreman, man? He was big and fat.
Yep.
He was a big fat old man, but you know what? He still knocked everybody out. So I mean, I'm not trying to compare Big Bang to George Foreman by no means, but I'll tell you this: that power can make a difference in a fight.
It's a good analog, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good analog it's a good frame of reference, I think, for people. Maybe they don't know who Zhang is. They're not sure what to think of this 40-year-old man, going on 42. Not sure what to think about that, and
he got some Big Bang in there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, so we recorded this before the Floyd Schofield gets sick situation came about. So we didn't really talk over the Shakur Stevenson with his new opponent. But if you want to hear the conversation as it was before I cut it down, then go to patreon.lvx.be.
So my parlay to the people that are listening: Carlos Adames, Daniel Dubois, Joshua Buatsi, Zhili Zhang, my Big Bang, and obviously Artur Beterbiev. And I'll get into that a little later. But that is a 6-leg parlay I'm going to do for $50. Let's see if I could get rich. Now, actually, I don't want to tell the story on here, but maybe another time. But I could have made 30 grand off a parlay when Fundora and Tim Tszyu fought on a fight. Never told you that story, Leo. I could have made 30 grand.
Your picks were all landed?
Yeah. But I was too sissy to put them all down.
Oh.
Rolly got knocked out. I picked the round Rolly got knocked out. And then I put Fundora winning. And then I put Erislandy Lara. And then I actually picked that one for the knockout as well.
Yeah, I mean, what was the dude? Was it Michael Zarafa? Dude,
Yeah.
not very good.
But it's because I picked the rounds.
Oh, I see. Oh, so these weren't just straight picks.
No, I picked the rounds.
Nice.
That they were gonna not, and they all ended up happening. And when I hit the parlay, the people who were calling in, you could tell me whatever you want.
Yeah, 833-589-7637. All right, moving up. Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov. Fucking Virgil bros up. I am eager to see what he does against Madrimov, because Madrimov can present him with some looks that he hasn't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not expecting it to go very far for Madrimov. I.e.,
that fight,
he's not going to win, but
I'm surprised you kind of don't put Madrimov too highly. I honestly, I feel like you would put him up there in the 154 rankings.
I can definitely appreciate his skill for sure.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. He's Madrimov. He fought Crawford, and I mean,
a
lot of people, arguably, a lot of people think he won.
Really?
There's this guy I talked to, man. He made a whole argument with me about how Madrimov actually won the fight, and not to get into whole things, but he's a big Bud fan. I mean, that's his guy, and he was saying that Bud lost the fight, which I was surprised. I mean, I've always been a big Bud fan too, but
it was close.
It was close, but he didn't lose the fight at all. It wasn't close.
No, he didn't get his ass or anything like that. He was in it.
But I got Virgil Ortiz winning by knockout. I think he has to win by knockout. Actually, so? If it goes to UD, I don't think he's gonna beat Israel Madrimov on skill, in my opinion. Madrimov's a tricky fighter. If someone like Crawford had problems with Madrimov, and Crawford it's the Bud, it's King Bud. You know, if Bud had problems with Madrimov, I think Ortiz is gonna have an even harder night, where he's gonna have to go back to his old ways and bang it out with Madrimov.
He's gonna be losing until he wins, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't think that Ortiz can win on points unless it's a war in the middle of the ring, in the center of the ring, and he obviously is gonna look more powerful.
Yes.
The thing with that whole fight, it really depends on who has more power. That's if Ortiz respects Madrimov's power, Madrimov's winning. If Madrimov respects Ortiz's power, Ortiz is winning. But Ortiz wins by knockout. I don't see it any other way.
I was thinking it would be more Virgil Ortiz pushing the envelope, where Madrimov fights off his back foot, and Ortiz with the forward pressure is gonna sway the judges more than the technical prowess of Madrimov. So I was thinking it goes to a close decision that Virgil Ortiz pulls off, just landing cleaner, harder punches.
I'll tell you this, man. I truly believe. I said this for the Benavidez fight too, which I was wrong, but I truly believe this fight there's going to be a knockdown. There has to be a knockdown in this fight, whether it be Virgil Ortiz or Madrimov. Someone's getting knocked down, and honestly, I see Virgil Ortiz getting knocked down in this fight. I can see that, because if you see, I've seen Virgil Ortiz fight for years. I've followed his career for a while now. He is not the greatest defensive boxer out of the 154 pounders, and if Madrimov does his weird overhand, that's not going to be good at all. That's going to be a hard night, Ortiz, if he gets caught, because Ortiz has already been down by Bohachuk, right? He got knocked down by Bohachuk.
Yeah,
and he was
twice.
Yes, twice by Bohachuk, and then I'm pretty sure he was down by Mean Machine. I don't know if you remember that. I'm pretty sure he was down by Mean. He's been down before Bohachuk, once. And I'm pretty sure that was Mean Machine.
I need to amend what I said. I don't think it's going to be that Virgil's landing the cleaner punches, but he's going to be landing the volume.
Oh, for sure, yeah, volume.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They're going to be heavy hands.
Yeah. It really just depends on if Madrimov respects Ortiz's power or not.
Yeah, that's
because at the same time, with 154, Ortiz is kind of still in the fraud watch. Not so much like as a boxer, but just like power wise. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know. I forgot the word, but Bohachuk was knocked out by what was it, Brandon Adams?
Yeah, it's kind of a flash freakish kind of thing, but
It was a flash freakish knock. Yeah, but the thing was
still
with
happened.
it still happened, right? For Ortiz, not that. I mean, like, Ortiz at 147 had a lot of power, but we don't know if that carried up to 154.
Not yet.
Not yet. We don't know. I think in this fight, if he knocks out Madrimov or at least gets him down, we can kind of gauge how much power Ortiz has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is actually the proving time for Ortiz. It's
I think
another natural 154 guy, not
Yeah,
somebody that
exactly.
you're pulling up. A division.
Exactly. I think this fight potentially can break Virgil Ortiz. His what's the word? He's kind of funk that he's been in these last couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a great fight with Boachuk, but he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu. I don't even remember that. He was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu.
I remember.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu. I thought that was gonna be his breakout of funk fight, but this is gonna be the one that's gonna break him out for sure. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I got my boy Ortiz. I'm a Virgil bro, man.
Yeah.
I gotta stick with my boy. I've been with him for years.
Yeah. No, Isaac's another Virgil guy. So, anything more for Virgil?
No, just that I wanted to win.
Yep.
I love my boy. Virgil bros up. Hopefully, knock on wood.
And moving up to Carlos Adames. This one I'm gonna need you to defend your take on here, because you're picking him to win in your parlay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you're gonna have him in the pick league.
Yeah, I am.
Why are you picking
I
Carlos?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, actually. Why are you picking Hamza Shiraz?
Oh, I would say that he's demonstrated most recently in his last few fights. He's really shown a new level to his game. He's taller. He's naturally bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are, I think, a really big factor. He can get a lot more physical with Adames, and Adames has left a lot to be desired in his last few outings.
Okay. I don't know. Let me tell you this. I believe Carlos Adames is gonna win, and I'm gonna be honest. My reason why is I honestly think that Hamza Shiraz is a horrible fighter on the inside.
True, because he's longer and
He's
doesn't fight that
lanky.
way. Yeah, he doesn't fight that way.
He cannot fight on the inside. Now, for Carlos Adames, I mean, you've seen his last couple fights, right?
Yes.
I do have to agree with you. His last couple fights have been, what's the word?
Lackluster.
Lackluster, mediocre, anticlimactic. But I still think he has it in him. I think when he has a good opponent put in front of him, he can take it home. I think he's a situation where he matches his opponent.
Fights to the
Like,
level of the opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how something like Teofimo?
Guillermo Rigondeaux is another example.
Yeah, Rigondeaux. I mean, his fight with what's his name? Carlos Adames' fight with Sergey Derevyanchenko. That was you seen that fight?
No, I don't remember if I did. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It'd be kind of hard to talk about too much, but I mean, that fight was a hard fought fight, but that fight proves me that Carlos Adames has it in him to bring it. That boy can bring it. I feel like Carlos Adames will bring it to fucking Hamza Shiraz. And I think Hamza Shiraz, if he can fight on the inside, Carlos Adames can fight on the inside, then I think Shiraz is going to lose. Now, the thing is, with Emma Williams, again, this is kind of I'm trying to argue my point. But the thing is, I kind of do see Hamza Shiraz winning. But I also really see Carlos Adames winning, too. It really depends on how they fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Carlos Adames, his game plan, he needs to get in the pocket. And he needs to swat. Because he's got power. Carlos Adames does have power. Hamza Shiraz, he has to fight like Tommy Hearns to win, in my opinion.
That's a good way to put it. Absolutely. He needs to keep him at the end of his reach. Otherwise, like he's gonna be more compact on the inside than you can be. So he's gonna beat you to the punch every time. And if fighting to the level of the opponent is what Adames does, then Shiraz really bringing his A game is just going to bring the best out of Adames.
And another thing too is that Hamza, they've both been out. They've both been down. Hamza Shiraz wasn't knocked out, but they both kind of have a chin. That fight, I also see one knockdown as well. Knockout, a knockout, possible. It's very possible in that fight. It could go either way, in my opinion. It really depends on who has more power. I mean, you gotta agree with me that Carlos Adames does have power. He still has power.
He's a 75% knockout rate.
Exactly. He's got some power. Okay. Another thing too, Hamza Shiraz is a little more green.
A little bit.
I mean, Carlos Adames is a veteran. Yes. At the world stage, yes. Carlos Adames is kind of a veteran of the game. You know, he's fought a lot of opposition. Good opposition. He got knocked out by a guy that Hamza Shiraz knocked out.
Teixeira?
But that yeah. Patrick.
It's a UD.
Oh, he got UD'd by Patrick.
In 7 though.
Oh, I thought he got knocked out. Okay. Well, he was down, but he wasn't out. Okay. Now Hamza was knocked down as well. I believe he was knocked down by which fighter was that?
Liam Williams.
Liam Williams.
Not Liam Williams. Francisco Torres. Down in the 3rd.
Now Francisco Torres, look at him.
17-4-1.
He fought Jose Benavidez Jr. to a draw.
Is this post gunshot?
Anyways, for this fight, I can see it go both ways. Hate on me. I don't care. Y'all can call the line and tell me how wrong I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Tell me as many times as you want how wrong I am. Because honestly, I don't see it.
Man, I try to tell everybody like the shit's anonymous, dude. I don't know who you are if you don't tell me.
You know what? You could tell me to go fuck myself.
Right.
From these opinions.
You can, and everybody has a fucking opinion until it's time to put their name on it or put their voice on it.
Exactly.
Man, it's 833 Lux Pods. Why don't you stop being a candy ass little punk? Anything more for Adames Shiraz?
No, that's all I got.
You laid out a very compelling argument. I'm still going with Shiraz.
Yeah, well, I'm going with Carlos Adames. We'll see who wins.
All right, Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. This is fun. I'm thinking that the momentum behind Dubois is going to carry him through. Parker's also on a momentum wave, and he's been turning in some like classic vintage performances. I just think Dubois is going to be able to put it together.
I disagree about your opinion on Joe Parker.
That he's putting in vintage performance?
The thing is, hold up. He is putting some good performances on, right? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The thing with Joseph Parker, however, is that those performances that he's been putting up, look who they are.
Zhang and Wilder?
Zhang and Wilder. Now, my main problem with Zhang is that Zhang could have won that fight.
Could have.
If he pressed the action and he had a good amount of stamina, he could have won that fight and knocked him out. With Deontay Wilder, his head was in it. His head was just not in it, and he couldn't knock him out. He outboxed him that fight.
He's not. He's got a 66% knockout ratio. So you're getting down the. That's a Parker's. And his knockouts are not they're against not very good people.
Yeah, I was about to say they're not. And he lost by knockout to Joe Joyce.
True.
I think Daniel Dubois is gonna kill Joe Parker.
You think so?
I think so. I'm not saying Joe Parker doesn't have it in him because he could outbox Daniel Dubois. If there's a way for Joseph Parker to win, he's gonna outbox him if he wins. But Daniel Dubois is gonna knock him out.
So you're just
in my opinion.
You're just a little bit more emphatic on Dubois than I am. On his
yeah.
Still Dubois win. I don't know. There are not a lot of avenues for Parker to win. Dubois has more pathways to victory than Parker does.
Exactly.
And the main event,
I agree.
Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitrii Bivol. We are opposed on this one as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm Team Yellow. You're on Red.
Well, the thing is, I'm still mixed on it. I'm Team Red, but there's a reason why.
Go on.
I mainly want Beterbiev to win to see I want to see a Benavides fight.
Ooh,
I want to see him fight Benavides.
that's good.
If he fights Benavides, I will give him all my love. It's a fight. I've been wanting Benavides to get undisputed shot. A shot at undisputed for years. Ever since he who shall not be named in this damn podcast.
Like Ginger fucking Menace.
Cinnamon. Mr. Cinnamon. Either way, I still kind of do see Beterbiev winning because, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. But have you seen Bivol's new training videos? His recent training videos? And what he's been saying?
No.
He's been talking about wanting to get more aggressive. And from what I've seen in his sparring videos and in his training, he's planning to be more in the pocket.
That's just really inadvisable.
Which, that's not Bivol's style. That is not Bivol's way of fighting. Bivol is a boxer. I think he might do that for the first couple rounds. But, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to stay like that the whole fight.
No.
But Beterbiev's gonna get the first couple rounds if he does that.
That's just really inadvisable.
And honestly, if he does do that, I can potentially see a Beterbiev knockout if he does that. If not, then Beterbiev's not gonna knock him out.
If I brace myself hard enough, I can withstand a sledgehammer to the face. Is exactly what Bivol's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Well, the thing is that the only way to be Beterbiev is boxing.
Yeah. You gotta keep him at the end of your jab, dude. What are you?
Exactly, yeah. And honestly, arguably, and people can call into and tell me how wrong I am. I think Bivol won the fight.
I thought Bivol won the first fight too. That's been the position of everyone I've spoken to.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna lose this fight if he does some dumb shit like fighting in the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, standing and trading with one of the craziest punchers in recent years.
Shoot, probably in this century.
So yeah, so far, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Beterbiev's scary, man. Beterbiev is one of the scariest boxers I have ever laid my eyes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just so menacing. Like, he just makes me scared. Just to look at him. I mean, it's not because he's ugly or anything, but it's just because like he's just menacing. He has that aura.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he's like a Terminator.
Yeah, he's like the Terminator. At you. Exactly. And remember that fight with what was that fight with what's his name?
Marcus Brown.
Yeah, Marcus Brown. Oh my god. That cut, dude. That gave me chills when he was in the when he was boxing Marcus in the corner, dude. Oh my god. I will never forget watching that live, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah.
He was all bloodied up. That was nasty.
Massive split across his forehead, or just going down his forehead. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that was obviously some gangbuster fight. That was a gangbuster fight right there.
Oh, Bivol is like he's not a Terminator. He's like a boxing robot. Just stick to the plan. If you taught a robot do perfect boxing, it would be what like Bivol does.
I have a crazy take about Bivol.
Go on.
I think Bivol is one of the best technical boxers within the century.
One of the best.
Maybe even one of the best technicians within this century. Maybe even in the last even 50 years. I would say
pretty short list.
I would say Price since Sweet Pea, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's the best since then.
One of the best.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna say the best because there's a lot of those guys out there.
Technicians, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But Bivol, oh my god, he is a perfect boxer. He can box a perfect fight. I honestly did not. I thought he was gonna get knocked out last fight because I really couldn't believe someone boxing perfect enough to not get knocked out by Beterbiev. But he made me shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, that fight with Beterbiev people like to say it was not really the most exciting fight they've seen in their life. It was a chess match. But in my opinion, I think it was one of the best chess matches of boxing I have actually ever seen.
That was one of, if someone were to ask, like, what does world level boxing or elite boxing look like? This, I would show them this. This is what an elite fight looks like. Two extremely talented at like diametrically opposed things. That one can cancel out the other. It's just a matter of who gets there first. And
exactly,
it's yeah.
And the thing is, what made it entertaining was the feints and the little things that they were doing. You know, that just watching them do that was perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was awesome. I loved it, and I think I'm gonna love this fight too.
There are plenty of people who can oblige you if you want to see like Chavez style fights. There are plenty of people who can hook you up.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
That's it, though. That's all we got.
Huh?
All right, let me do this real quick. You've been listening to the Boxing B-Sides, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you need to tell us how fucking casual you think we are, you can be a duck and text our anonymous line 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, call and leave a voice message or send a voice note in WhatsApp. And if you're entertaining enough, you'll make the final cut of the release. 833-LUXPODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that shit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. A lot of stuff gets cut from the final release, so if you want the raw audio exactly as it's recorded, look us up on Patreon, LVX Media Net over there just like everywhere else. You can also get the ad-free version of the episode you just heard over there as well. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out by checking out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating on your preferred podcast app. And don't forget, shop.lvx.be is where you can get some merch and help us while also snagging some threads for yourself. Intro and outro by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. Phone number is going to be put in there again. Why am I wrong? Why am I a fucking casual? You just have to let me know how casual you think I am. After having heard all of the most obscure shit that I throw out here, and you still want to call me casual, please do. I always need a good laugh.
People still call you casual?
Yes. It happens a bit.
That's interesting. That is surprising, actually.
Yeah, well.
Everybody's a fucking boxing casual, in my opinion.
You're always a casual.
You're always a casual in boxing.
That's my parting words. You're always a fucking casual. It doesn't matter. And the only people I've noticed, the only people who call other people casuals are casuals. So
yeah, that's valid. That's actually very valid.
Once you get
insecure casuals.
Exactly. Like, I watched a Pro Box card one time. That means I'm not casual anymore. All right.
No, you're still casual.
Okay, if that's what does it for you.
Go watch Floyd Patterson fight.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear Sweet Pea earlier and you don't know who we're talking about? Maybe you should rethink who you're calling a casual.
Exactly.
But do you have any parting words to throw out?
I've said this every week. I'm gonna say it again. Let's go Carlos Adames. Let's go Big Bang Zhang. Let's go Joshua Buatsi. Let's go Daniel Dubois. And let's go Artur Beterbiev. We'll see you next week.
Alrighty, we're out of here.